Hi. I wonder if we can talk about the spouse problem for a little bit. I've had maybe 3 or 4 conversations and questions and comments about that in the last few days, and I just want to offer something. This is in no way my advice, and this is in no way expertise. I have no interest in either of those things because you know better. You know better about your life than I can ever know. I am more like maybe a friend you could call when you want something that has to do with love and responsibility for your own happiness. And yeah, and we can all call the other friends or just go to Twitter if we want the feedback that says, yeah, your spouse is a bitch. Yeah, you're right. It's awful, a bastard. Um, and I'm not knocking that advice. There are times when that just feels like the right thing, but we will arrive somewhere where I want something truer or deeper or more helpful than that. So I'll offer a couple of things that I might say if we were on the phone together and you were calling and you were a friend of mine and you were thinking that I cannot do this fucking love thing with my spouse. I can do it with everyone else. And if spouse isn't the word for you, pick the person. Pick the person. They're often somebody nearby. They're often from your family of origin, but not always. And nearby doesn't mean nearby geographically. I'm thinking of one of these examples in the last bit where the person is on the other side of the country and still manages to destroy my happiness. This the stuff I'm going to offer is not comprehensive. It may not be for you. It's just what comes up today in conversation, and I hope it serves. If not, let it run off your back like water off a duck and just go on with what feels right to you. One of the first things I would offer is a sense of humor, trying to maintain a sense of humor. All of these things that I'm offering are softening the feeling. They're just softening that hard feeling that I cannot stand it. This I cannot shake. I cannot find compassion for this person. I cannot open my heart. I don't feel a sense of ease with them. If I saw them on the street coming toward me, would I cross the street to hug them? No, no, no. It's all to soften that. So one is a sense of humor. I was just thinking that a couple of days ago I said to my lovely man, I don't ever want to leave you. But I do sometimes fantasize about you dying so that a man who was easier on me, who was easily affectionate, a man who said I'm ready to go and he meant he was ready to go, not in an hour, whatever my list is. That man, I could find him after you die and I could have a chance to experience all that easy stuff. But you know what? We both know when I say that to him that it's my responsibility, not to find the man, not to kill my husband, but to get over those things, to get through those things, to find the love underneath those things is my responsibility, not his. So I'm laughing when I say it to him, and he's laughing when he receives it because we both know where the problem is, and we both know where the solution is. It's in here. But finding a sense of humor softens things. Now, having said that, this is also not me suggesting that you need to be in the same room or married to the person or to do his part, or that you need to stay in business with this person or stay in friendship with this person or call this person every day, or I'm not suggesting that. Sometimes, I can love somebody from close up or I can love them from far away. Whatever serves love. And sometimes it serves love to back up. And sometimes it serves love to come in close. So what I'm about is serving love. Because let's say you're in a partnership and it's going to dissolve, what we call dissolve. It's going to end this phase of a partnership. What I am suggesting is that we're wise to consider getting to a point of love and letting an ending happen instead of participating in an ending when you feel like shit and you're bitter and you're close-hearted. Yeah. Mostly because when you're closed-hearted, it isn't only closed to that person ever. One, it's closed to anyone who reminds you of that person. You catch a glimpse of somebody who looks similar on the street or uses the same phrasing of words or does the same physical gesture, and your heart closes, like forevermore, while it's closed toward that person. Also, you cannot close your heart toward someone else without it also being closed toward you. If you are love, and I believe we're love, I'm the person to call if you want to find love in this scenario. If you're love, it's like the sun shining. And the sun, not for 1 second, even has the ability to stop shining on someone or something. The sun shines. Well, we love. We are love. So I can have a sense of humor. And don't try these if they aren't easy, if they don't resonate, because there's nothing that pisses me off more than somebody trying to make me laugh about it when I do not feel like laughing about it. So humor can help, might soften things. Knowing that I don't have to stay this close to someone might soften things. My allegiance is to love, so I might back up in love. Another thing is to soften the hard statements. So I say, or question the hard statements. So I say, I cannot abide this person when they do this. And I might be slightly exaggerating for effect, but honestly, that's what goes on in my head, not in my heart, in my head. I cannot abide it when somebody does this. It just pisses me off when somebody does this. This person I care about or wish I didn't care about. If I really want clarity and truth, and I'm suffering in any way, and there's something to be honest about, because I often say, I'm not suffering, I don't give a shit. But it's something to look into the mirror and say, are you really free here? Or are you twisted up about this? And most often when I'm saying I don't give a shit, I am still twisted up. So if I'm twisted up, and it is my responsibility to become untwisted, and I know we all have a lot of difficulty with that, I might try to soften my statements by saying, is it really true that I cannot stand it? Is it really true that it kills me when that person does that? And when I'm contemplating that, I'm not, because you want to be relentlessly honest with this, but it becomes a point of meditation. If we ask the question, does it really kill you when someone does that? That question can arrive right at the surface of my head and bing back and say, yes, it kills me. Yes, it kills me. And if that's the honest answer, stay with it. Stay with it, because we will never get anywhere here by faking our way through this. But then I would suggest maybe I can contemplate that question and let that question come into me, like right into my spine. That question can come into not just here, but maybe into here. I allow that question to be my point of meditation for a little bit, for days. Already in my case, I can say, no, it doesn't kill me. It's not absolutely true that it kills me. And in brackets here, I'll thank Byron Katie, because this is a bit of her work. Now, if it does absolutely kill you, if your lovely man or woman says she's ready now, but it's You're not really ready for an hour. He's not really ready for an hour. And it does kill you. You're dead now while you're listening. Stick to that. Pursue this honestly, but maybe honestly and deeply. Honestly and with reflection so that I'm accessing my broader intelligence. And already when I say no, I guess it doesn't kill me. Something softens. Something feels softer than the hard line I've repeated over and over about the other person. Something softens, and this is helpful to me. It's my ego will say, but you're right, it kills us, but and it does mean a little bit of death of ego. Sometimes I think the ego has to die to love sometimes. Maybe every time we do one of these. But the truth is, it doesn't kill me. So I can soften, I can examine my language and deeply and just find out what's true and what's not really true here. And I start to learn that I'm contributing something, some energy of conflict, some energy of closed hardness to this. And I could, for my own well-being, open that a little. I said back there that a lot of us really struggle with the idea that happiness is my responsibility. Even if we don't struggle with it intellectually, we struggle with it down here. And I'll just say that I was in practice as a chiropractor for 20 years, and about 12 minutes into practice, it became really evident that people who are happy, either by accident, which happens sometimes to all of us, but more often purposefully happy, people who take responsibility for their own joy, people who don't feel like victims of other people or the world, they do better. They do better physically, and they do better in other ways. And this is not me saying that anybody who's hurting, there's no blame there for any of that. It's just that given two people with very similar conditions, very similar circumstances, the one who loves their life and the one who takes some responsibility for their own joy does better, has a lighter trip of it, has a more purposeful trip of it, a richer trip of it, of pain, of circumstances. And, that's not because there's anything holier than thou about taking responsibility for joy. It's just that if I take responsibility for my joy, I have more access to joy. I don't have to wait till the stars align. And yay, it's a great day. I won the lottery and my spouse is wonderful today. And the kids are great and I just got a raise and I have the job I want. That doesn't have to happen. I have more access to joy if I take responsibility for finding it. And it's really hard to find it in a big life without being an agent of love. And going and finding those places where I do not love and I do not feel open and I do not feel generous. Finding those places and taking responsibility for them and finding my way through. So, is there anything else? Yeah. So, a sense of humor. Know that I don't have to be in the face of anyone all the time. And softening my language, softening my mental stance by shifting my language. If this thing is killing me about someone else right now, am I assuming that it's going to kill me every day going forward, or can I ask myself, is it possible that it could be better tomorrow in some way? Is that possible? Well, that's a softer statement than assuming that this is going to kill me tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. It's possible. Can I be hopeful that it's going to be better? Yes or no? If it's no, don't fake it. No, I can't be hopeful about that. I can't. Is it true that I can't? Yes, it's true that I can't. Okay. Then can we still say that it's possible? Yeah, it's possible. It's finding out what's honest for me and just eking it in a direction of something that's a little softer, that's also honest. That is my job with my mind in the morning if I want to be a sane, open, loving person, if I want life to be good and for me to have any control over that. And I would suggest that a practice that helps me do that in my own head and heart, and in my own morning, in my own bed, maybe on my own walks, a practice where I can reflect so that I'm not just having everything of the day bing off this level, that I'm letting things in and I'm allowing myself to reflect. I'm allowing myself to wonder and be curious and not know whether I'm right. To involve the broader intelligence of my heart in this question. To contemplate that even if I let go of knowing I'm right, I might be all right. I might be safe. I might be safer. I might be more all right. I might be able to better hear my instincts and the call of my heart to love. So, if we're looking for someone to say, yeah, you're right, he's a bastard, she's a bastard, this might not be the call for you, but if we're looking to find where the joy is and to become more ourselves, and that's love, this might be the place. Maybe one last thing on the subject of being human. We don't have to get this right. It isn't the right thing to do this. It's a drag when we turn this into one more reason to flog myself because I'm failing at this. It isn't like that at all. It isn't like that at all. It's just that if I'm suffering where I am, if I'm dealing with a consistent source of unhappiness, there's a little door here that we can open and just check it out. We're doing fine wherever we are. We are doing fine. We are beautiful, flawed, beautiful humans. Those flaws are in quotation marks. We're just human. We are human and we are love. And we are learning about both of those things. Wherever we are is fine. Very first thing, wherever we are is fine. But if we're at a point where we think, oh, I just know in my heart that my heart is closed here. I don't like that feeling. I don't want a fist for a heart. I want to feel open and generous and wildly free. If that's the case, maybe we can look here. Oh, my love to everybody this morning. I'm so glad we're in this together. Hope you have a great day.